Welcome. You're listening to Just Minding My Business 24/7, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford, on the Amazing Women of Power, the world's leading positive programming network powered by Raven International. Welcome everyone to another episode of Just Minding My Business 24/7 Radio. And I am so grateful that you stopped by today, and I have a real treat for you. Coming to the mic, we have Latanya Cochran, who is a credit repair specialist and real estate investor. Latanya has been in the credit repair business for over 5 years. She is certified in credit repair and is successful in helping others gain an opportunity to become successful with repairing their own credit. Latanya has created an online ebook store, Your Ebook Store LLC, and has over 100 letters for every situation dealing with personal credit as well as business. The prices are affordable and will save you hundreds of dollars in hiring a credit specialist. Well, welcome to the mic, Miss Latanya.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us about Your Ebook Store LLC.
Well, first of all, the ebook store is designed for those individuals who cannot afford to hire a credit repair specialist. I've been in this business, like I said, over 5 years, and I've encountered so many people who could not afford my services or any other one else services because of the price. So what I did is just came up with an idea to sell those same templates that I use to repair others' credit, sell them to clients who may not afford to pay for my service and put them online. And basically, majority of the ebooks that are on my ebook store, that is in my ebook store, are the majority of the templates that I use to repair individuals' credit. The two major ebooks that I have for credit repair is the Master Key Guide ebook, which consists of the 609 letters. And I know everyone heard of the 609. The 609 letters is based upon one of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 609. Also, we have the credit card late payment removal letter in there. Also, I was not late, which 30 days, 60 late, 90 days late letter. Well, if you have any open accounts and you have any past due late payments, this letter will help you, help your credit report be updated from a late status to a current status. We also have the pay for deletion letter. Just for example, if there's any collection agencies out there you may have on your credit report and you decide to contact them, you can use this letter to send to them if they agreed or negotiate to removing the item off your credit report if you pay a certain amount of fee. That letter is also included in the master key. We also have letters that's for those harassing collection debt collectors who are always calling. We have a letter that you can send out to them, and they should be able to stop them from calling you or harassing you. Now, I really want to interject this. By law, they're not supposed to call you on your job nor after hours, business hours at home. So those are two things I want to keep in mind when you are dealing with debt collectors. Also, in the Master Key Guidebook, we have the Goodwill letter. The Goodwill letter is awesome. It's an alternative way to update a late payment to a current status. And what you would do with that letter, you would send it to the creditor and ask them to please take your late status to a current status because of your relationship with the creditor, or maybe something came up and you were 30 days late and you had a good relationship with the creditor. There's a 50-50 chance they will upgrade your late status to a current status, and I've seen successful rates when other individuals use that goodwill letter.
I didn't even know they had a goodwill letter.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm here to tell you, I didn't even know they had a goodwill letter.
Yes, yes, they do. I've used it for numerous of my clients, and I tell you, credit cards will move to a current status from a late status to a current status. Mortgages, I had successful rate where people use the goodwill letter to update their late payments with the mortgages to from a late status to a current status. So the goodwill letters are awesome. They're good for late payments. Also, in the Master Key Guide, we also have the bankruptcy removal letter. It's just a simple letter sending to the clerk of court, asking them to verify whether they send the notification to the credit bureaus posting your bankruptcy on your credit report. And, of course, if you are not aware, the clerk of court or any government official does not have anything to do with the credit bureaus. So if you see public records on there, they are not the one reporting to the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus have a certain people they hire to locate public records. And, public records is exactly what it is. Anyone can locate anything on public records. So they take that information and they place it on your credit report. But based upon the 609, which I'm going to explain about the 609. The 609 is this. They have to verify and validate that public record. They can't do that because they're not going to talk to anyone. They're not going to get any documents from anyone in a government official office because the government does not have anything to do with all three bureaus. So that means that has to come off. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. It's impossible. It is possible. Also, yes. So it's a lot of information out there that people do not know, and it's about taking the time to read and study the laws and knowing your rights. These are your rights that are being violated, and if you don't do anything about it, nothing will never happen. So,
Let me ask you one question. Okay, so
sure.
If you have a judgment on your credit from eons, are they supposed to automatically take it off, or is it your job after the expired time to contact them?
Well, put it this way. Majority of the time, they're going to let it stay on there as long as they can. But if you see it on there and you notify them, they supposedly automatically remove it. But based on some laws, like I said previously, with judgments, bankruptcies, tax liens, all of those are considered public records. They are not verified or validated with the creditor, which the creditor is the clerk of court. They don't have anything to do with the credit bureaus. So you can see the violation in that per se. The credit bureaus has the Fair Credit Reporting Act to be governed by, and it's the laws that protect us as consumers when they are reporting. I want to explain about the 609 since a lot of people may not know what the 609 is. 609 is simply as this. All it's saying that all three credit bureaus has to have a copy of the original contract that you as the consumer sign with the creditor on their file. For instance, if I had a Bank of America credit card, my contract that I signed with Bank of America with my signature supposed to be in the files of all three credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. They're supposed to have copies of that. They need to have that in order to verify that that debt belongs to me. The thing is, those credit bureaus do not have copies of your contract on file. So what are you saying in 609? You're saying that I need you to provide the original documentation, original contract with my signature, a copy of it, saying that you verify that this debt belongs to me. They can't do that because they don't have those kind of records on file. So there's a violation in that. That's why I said it. You have to know the laws in order to dispute these things on your credit report. Now, there are a lot of inaccuracy going on with everybody's credit. It can be a date that your loan was open, or the amount on the loan that you applied for, or it can be the inaccuracy that they say you were 30 days late and you paid on time, or it can be simple as they misspell your name, or simple as your date of birth or your social security number, a telephone number, an employer. Everything has to be accurate on your credit report. I's are dotted, T's are crossed. No errors. That's what the law is stating to all three of these credit bureaus. But we know with the billions of information they're obtaining, there are errors on your credit report today that you are not aware of if you take the time and just thoroughly review your credit report. So 609 protects you as a consumer for the inaccuracy, the contract, and I want to encourage everyone to look up the Fair Credit Reporting Act and read it, digest it. If you don't understand it, get the simple term. There's some out there will break it down, some websites you can go to, and they will break those laws down where you can understand. So that is very important. But getting back to the ebook, the ultimate ebook is another one. It includes the credit sweep, the letter. It has one wipeout. And I know a lot of individuals may have heard of the credit sweep. And there are a lot of people who are charging $1,500, maybe hundreds of dollars for just that kind of repair tactic. But what does the credit sweep do? The credit sweep is in detail. It's saying it's for those individuals who've been a victim of identity fraud. If you've been a victim of identity fraud, and you know that there's something that's not on your credit report that does not belong to you, you file a police report. And once you file a police report, you will take that letter, and it's a very simple outline. All you have to do is type in the account, the creditor, the account number, and then submit it. And it has instructions. And you submit it to credit bureaus, and they will take it off less than 30 days. Because,
wow.
Yes, so the credit sweep is very powerful. And the original packet was consist over 50 pages. But I, kind of broke it down to one letter where you don't have to fill out a whole thick affidavit. It's just one letter you use, and there are other steps that you have to take in order to make sure that that kind of technique works.
Wow.
Also,
you are godsend.
Well, like I said, I'm in the helping business, and I like to help everyone. And sometimes there are people who could not afford my services, and I feel that they need the assistance just as well as everybody else do. I don't want to leave nobody out or left behind in trying to succeed in life. So that's why I came up with these books. Also, we have the case law letters, and these letters are the type of letters where actually there are cases where individuals sue the credit bureaus for a violation. And in these letters, those cases are included in there. That way you can let them know that, hey, I know you're in violation. You were sued once. You may be sued again if you try such this. But the case law letters are very powerful. I encourage everyone to take a look at those letters. They are simple, but they do have cases in there that's pertaining to every situation, from the wrong account information, or this is not mine, and then they have a case law letter in there, to inquiries, to telephone, to every situation you name that is on your credit report. Those case law letters have many of cases that is included in each letter. And there is a testimony or results of all the letters that when used by different clients on that website. So if you want to see the results of individuals using some of these letters, take a look at the result page or the testimony page. They will have their results of each letter that they have used in both of these ebooks. So,
wow. That's a lot of information. And what's your website?
It's www.urebookstore.com. It's also a video in there for one of my clients, my first client ever. She's she's sharing her testimony of how effective those letters was for her, and how it saved her a lot of money from buying or hiring a credit repair consultant to do her credit. But the letters are very powerful, and I wouldn't put it out there if I didn't try it for myself, or I haven't tried it for anyone, my clients. I'm going to wrap. I got like 3 more. The debt collection packet. I know I've spoken about the debt collection packet, but, if you don't get any results from the debt collector, you can sue. So there's a packet within the Ultimate Credit Repair ebook where you can proceed to send out letters, and if they don't respond, you can also take them to court and win. So I have a step-by-step guideline for that. And the final one in the Ultimate ebook is the removal of tax and judgment liens. This is one template. You can step-by-step guide to take you to remove those tax and judgment liens effectively. Finally, the check system removal for those individuals who've written bad checks in the past and you want a second chance. There's an ebook on my website where you can effectively write a letter to the check system company and get those things removed, where you can just start all over again. So those are the type of ebooks that I have on my website pertaining to credit repair. And like I said, it's very effective. I haven't listed all of them. I was just trying to pinpoint some of them just so people can be aware of what's in those books. And if anyone needs any assistance in preparing for the letters, I welcome you to email me at www.yourebookstore@aol.com. Again, it's ebookstore@aol.com. I apologize for that. And once you email me, we can address your needs at that time and direct you in the right direction. So,
yes, this is just a blessing. Just in this short conversation that we've had, there's so many things that you have identified I had no clue of, and I'm sure the listeners, some of my listeners didn't have a clue as well. So this is a wealth of information, Latanya, and I truly, truly appreciate you bringing this info to my tribe, for sure.
Oh, you're welcome. Welcome.
This is a blessing because, in my business, I meet so many people that are having issues with credit, and a lot of times small businesses, when you're starting a business at the kitchen table, you're using your funds, your own money.
Exactly.
Nobody's giving you loans. Nobody's giving you anything. You pretty much taking that money out your pocket to build until you get to a place where you are even making a paycheck every week.
Exactly.
And what I see is a lot of people use their credit cards because that's all they have.
Yes, yes, yes. And, you know, once you clear your credit, there's different ways you can build your credit, and I'll have that ebook on there soon because a lot of people don't know and they're not aware that you can buy credit to put on your credit. So that's another ebook that I will be coming out soon to help you for those individuals who already cleared your credit and you want to build your credit. It's tons of information that a lot of us are not aware of, and I get calls every day. Every day someone's calling me about something, and then when it's time to educate on them about the different things that they can do to help with their credit, everybody's amazed about the information that's being shared to them to help them. And that's why I encourage everyone to read, take the time, read your laws, read information about credit. Just read, because reading brings on knowledge, and all the knowledge that was given to me is a blessing to everybody else and even myself. So I just encourage everyone to take the time and read. Just read.
Absolutely, because, I mean, this is a credit, like I think we had a conversation before, credit is more valuable than cash.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's so valuable to the point you can have $10 million in your bank account or $10,000 in your pocket and walk through the bank. But if your credit doesn't stand the chance, your money is worthless. And that's a known fact. You can go in the bank with an 800 score, and they will roll out the carpet, and they will give you they will just throw things at you. You don't have to sign. You don't have to provide no documentation. They'll just hand you the money freely, because your credit means a lot. It represents you. It tells a lot about yourself. And I know that there are times in life we have struggles, we went through certain things, and it caused us to delay, but it's still never too late to get it where it used to be. It's still never too late to get those things you want. So when you purchase these ebooks, be persistent. Don't let it go. Just continue to go forward until you get the results that you deserve. Don't give up. For God's sake, if it takes 6 months to a year to repair your credit, then be my guest. Take 6 months to a year to repair it. I always say this. It didn't take you 6 months. It didn't take you 30 days, which is by law what the credit bureaus have to respond. It didn't take 30 days for someone to mess their credit up and get it to a 400 score. It took more than 30 days. So in other words, it's going to take more time to repair something that was messed up for a period of time. It just takes patience, endurance, and you can't give up. You got to have a positive mind. I always tell my clients, if you come to me thinking that it's not going to work, then you need to rethink your service that you're going to bring to me, because I'm a positive person. I need to have positive people, positive thinking when you come to me, because it's not going to be effective if you have doubt.
You got to believe.
Yes.
I mean, and that's what I always say. You know, when I'm coaching somebody, you got to play full out. You have to be honest with yourself.
Exactly.
Because there's not going to be any results if you don't believe.
That's true.
None
is so
whatsoever.
True.
It's a waste of your time and mine.
Exactly. And I want to interject this too. Just because one person was successful with their credit repairing the first time around doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. Everybody results different. I have some clients first time around ever coming to me, and I don't have to see them no more. Then I may have some 3 months, then I may have some 6 months, and then I may have some a year, based upon what's on the credit. But don't give up. Don't ever give up.
You heard her. Latanya said, don't give up. And that applies pretty much to all areas of your life when you want something.
Exactly.
So give us that website again.
The website is www.your, and that is spelled UR, ebookstore.com. It's www.your, ebookstore.com. And the email address is ur.ebookstore@aol.com.
Well, I am so happy that I met you, Latanya. You have been a blessing to me, and I know you're going to be a blessing to the people that are listening. And ladies and gentlemen, you can expect more from Latanya. You can also expect her in the Just Minding My Business group with some tips and how-tos. So it is on, Latanya. We have now met.
It was a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely. So I thank you again for taking time out of your schedule to interview with me. It has definitely been eye-opening for me, and we are definitely going to have you on this show again to continue to empower people with their credit. So thank you so much, Latanya.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, too.
This show is brought to you by the amazing women of a Sister Circle Empowerment Network, Ascend LLC, where we are never in competition but always in collaboration, and our valuable sponsor, Prodigy Accounting Services. Visit Prodigy Accounting Services at www.fli-inc.com. That's www.fli-inc.com. Are you interested in becoming a sponsor for Just Minding My Business 24/7 radio? Or would you like to know what a Sister Circle Empowerment Network, Ascend LLC, is all about? Then shoot us an email at asistercircle@gmail.com. That's ASISTAS circle@gmail.com. Please visit our website at asistercircle.org. Looking forward to hearing from you. You've been listening to Just Minding My Business 24/7, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford, on the Amazing Women of Power, the world's leading positive programming network powered by Raven International. Many blessings to you and yours, and thank you for listening.